Good Saturday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Joseph Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Saturday morning. Now, looking at the radar right now, you can see no precipitation is falling in South Carolina as of now, and honestly, it might not look like any precipitation might not fall. Models have kind of been falling off of the rain thing for the next couple of hours, honestly, and we're gonna go ahead and show the models first because I actually do want to go check that out. Usually don't do this, but this morning we are, and we're gonna do the 11Z because that's the only one for some reason that's loaded. And if we go on ahead and push it forward, I mean you can already see it already that the HRRR is saying that some showers may try to push on going to around 4 p.m., but not a lot of people are talking about it, and there's a good chance that these showers may not even form in the first place because you see how light they are and how short-lived they are and not really gonna do much. So if it does rain, it's gonna be a surprise, but I don't think it's gonna be like heavy rain, heavy downpours, all that kind of stuff. Maybe just a quick shower in some of these regions as well, going into near the Columbia region especially, and just north of Sumter as well. Definitely need to watch out for a couple of showers. But let's go ahead and talk about what's going on inside the entire United States. We're going ahead and switch over to the MRMS. Oops, did not mean to do that. We're going ahead and scroll our way out. We switch over to the winter weather radar. You can see all this activity here. We have rain going into the mid-Atlantic, rain down here in the Kentucky Valley, Tennessee Valley, Mississippi Valley, going into southeast of Missouri, Arkansas, and over there near Oklahoma as well. We have some severe storms as well, as we have a moderate risk of severe weather. We'll talk about that in a second. We do have rain all the way up here in Canada, maybe even some ice up there as well, and some snow finally starting to take shape across the Rockies today with some more rain and a ice mix. And then the West is also receiving its rain. Let's go ahead and talk about cloud cover. So cloud cover as of now, it's looking actually not too bad. We have some cloudy conditions, especially I'm looking out outside my window right now. It's cloudy where I am, but I'm down there near Charleston. You can see that there's some cloud cover down there. So, it's honestly now there's some peaks of blue sky. I'm looking at it again, but mainly it just determines on where you are. Like if you're in the upstate, there's a good chance you're probably covered by clouds. Myrtle Beach probably covered by clouds. Down there near Savannah, Hilton Head, Allendale, definitely could be covered by clouds. But there are definitely some spots like Florence, Sumter, maybe even Augusta that could even be that can even be just can be clear right now. Is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, but if you look over like in Georgia, um, you can see that they're extremely covered by clouds, and it's no rain either. I mean, I'm looking at it now on my radar. It's no rain. It's just cloud cover. So here's cloud cover for the future as well. I mean, if we go ahead and push this forward, you can see that the cloud cover is really gonna take over. I mean, when we get to like this evening going into tonight, we're gonna be completely covered by clouds. There's gonna be no clearing going into tonight, especially as well. Maybe some clearing in some spots up there inside the upstate, but other than that, it's gonna be a pretty it's gonna be a pretty cloudy day today as well. We do have some. Here's our current temperatures as well. I should say 73 in Columbia, 73 in Charleston, 70 in Myrtle Beach, 66 in Greenville, 75 in Savannah, 75 in Augusta, 70 in Rock Hill. Here's our high temperatures: 76 in Greenville, 77 in Spartanburg, 81 in Columbia, 79 in Aiken and Barnwell, 72 in Myrtle Beach, 75 in Charleston, 76 in Hilton Head Island, 77 up there in Rock Hill. Here's our peak sustained wind for today. I mean, you can see peak sustained winds of up to 5 to 8, 9 miles per hour, mainly for the upstate and the Midlands, the northern Midlands, and the PD region as well. But once you get to like the low country, the southern Midlands, and the coast, it just in general, starts to, those winds sustained start to increase, going into like the 10 to 15 mile per hour range, maybe even 20 mile per hour sustained winds down there near Hilton Head, and some isolated 25 mile per hour sustained winds down there near Hilton Head. And those gusts could go to up to 30 miles an hour down there near Hilton Head, 21 Charleston, 18 Myrtle Beach, 17 Orangeburg, 14 Columbia, 15 Greenville. So gusts from 10 to 15 miles an hour for the upstate, the northern Midlands, and the PD region, but the low country, the southern Midlands, and the coast around 15 to 20 to maybe even 30 miles an hour near the coast. No precipitation is expected for the next 24 hours, according to this. But I mean, as we saw earlier, though some showers I think potentially could try to spark up near Columbia as well. I think that's the main spot that I'm really watching for. No severe weather is expected for today, but if you can see over here to the very top left of your screen, I'm going to go over and move over that. We do have a moderate risk of excessive rainfall. We usually don't talk about this because it's not for South Carolina, but I do want to talk about this. If you know anybody inside of the Oklahoma City region, especially Norman, Oklahoma, let me see if I can pull it up real quick because this is also a pretty dangerous situation. We had a tornado outbreak yesterday, and still, we have a moderate risk, a 15% chance for a 15% hatch risk for tornadoes for Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Norman, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas, and Lawton, Oklahoma. So if you know anybody inside those regions, please let them know to watch the weather today, because this is not something that you want to mess around with. Usually when we get a tornado warning, we're like, oh, let's go on ahead and just see if we can see the tornado outside of our window. You don't know how many people actually do that. I never understand it. But this is one of those days that you probably can't do that, because one of these tornadoes could turn deadly in an instant. We saw deadly tornadoes yesterday in southwestern Iowa and southeastern Nebraska as well. Luckily, and I mean, thank God, no fatalities from that yesterday. I mean, we had multiple killer tornadoes on the ground yesterday, and luckily there was no fatality. So that's all from the people that were covering it live, and the National Weather Service as well. In terms of hail, there is a 45% hatch risk for hail, so baseball-sized hail, maybe even softball or apple-sized hail, and then wind as well. Some hurricane-force wind gusts can also not be ruled out for this area as well. So, I mean, baseball-sized hail, maybe even softball, hurricane-force wind gusts potentially, and then you also have the tornado threat as well, for some of those tornadoes to be big. And that's not the only thing either. They're also going to have to watch out for flash flooding. They're under a moderate risk of excessive rainfall. South Carolina, by the way, has no risk for severe weather or excessive rainfall for today. But in terms of, Oklahoma and the regions that we just called out, not only do they have to watch out for all those threats we were just talking about earlier, but flash flooding as well. And this could be dangerous flash flooding as well, especially for some low-lying areas. So they have to watch out for all hazards over here. And that's just not going to be too much of a great thing for them. But there will be people covering it live as well. So, if you want to take a look at it, you can look up tornadoes coverage for today, and you should pull up. But that's all that I have. I just wanted to talk about that because that was a big thing, and I know that you or somebody else might not, or somebody else might know people inside this area that might want to let them know. So that's why I talked about it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock for another full.